Look, I think that the major summary of this is that Ghana is doing well.
We are doing well.
We are doing well.
Okay.
Because if you look at what the Ministry of Finance has been able to do over this very difficult period, it's very, very significant. And yesterday, by close of day, we had received our third tranche, and that had come in about 360 million US dollars, and that has come extensively after the IMF board had agreed and approved our continuous engagement with them, having reviewed and evaluated the first and second tranche. So that brings us to a total of about 1.6 billion US dollars under the period. But the minister said very clearly that we've had some very difficult times, especially in 2022, when the highest performance growth was about 4.7%, and 3.1% in 2023, and 6.8% followed, and all of that. And stated how, you remember how inflation went very, very high. Inflation went so high, everyone was very scared. It was peaking at about 54. And just under 2 years, we have been able to bring it to about 23.1% as of May of 2024, which tells you that the economy is good now. And I'm excited for Ghana. I'm excited for the Ghanaian people. I'm excited for the fact that a lot more measures have been put in terms of policy by the Bank of Ghana to deepen and tighten monetary policy over the period. And having also seen that there's a lot more funds that are going to come in this year beyond the 360 million that came in yesterday. There is also going to be a fourth tranche that would come in the Q4 of 2024, which would be an extra 360 million US dollars. World Bank is bringing in an amount of about 300 million US dollars by Q3, which is this very quarter that we find ourselves. And then there are some more disbursements that are coming from bilateral institutions, the GARID project, about 150 million US dollars, and all of that. I think for me, one of the most exciting aspects of yesterday's presser was the fact that we have been able to do some debt restructuring beyond the domestic, but we've also been able to do some debt restructuring with our external bilateral partners. That for me, it's been very key, because you remember we put a standstill on our debt restructuring with the external debt restructuring process in 2022 of December 19th, and we requested for the G20 common framework, and we went through it and announced to the G20 team that would want to request for some relief through that process. And it's important for me to see that over the period we have been able to do some OCC debt to be restructured. As at the end of 2022, that was about 5.1 billion US dollars, and now there's been an official and agreeing cut-off date of debt restructuring. That external one for me is key, because now between 2023 and 2026, I mean, there's some service relief about 2.8 billion US dollars. It means that the economy is good. The confidence that we need in the global market is coming back, and I'm particularly excited about that. And so, in summary, for what the Minister for Finance did yesterday is clear indication that, President Nana Danko Akufo-Addo said it during the COVID pandemic, that people should take care of themselves, because we are better managers of the Ghanaian economy. We understand the Ghanaian economy. We know how to bring it back. And it's been very evidential. The ministry has worked tirelessly. And we must commend all of them, all the workers of the ministry, Bank of Ghana, even the local team of IMF. We must commend all of them for their efforts. Going through the conversations, and also seeing that we've also had huge conversations with the IPPs, and I think that's very key. These are independent power producers who have been aiding to ensure that we keep the lights on consistently. Others couldn't do it because they couldn't get to a conversation of having these legacy debts, over these years, over $1 billion US, these legacy debts that have been owed. Have a conversation to see how we can be able to roll it out and make payments significantly. And it's key to state that all these 7 energy IPPs have been consulted, and 5 of them have agreed to go through some payment terms so that we can be able to ensure that we don't continually have legacy debts. And also to state that they extend out the other 2, which is Sonia Zogli and the other one, Sonia. So this is Amandi, Power, Early Power, Senate, and Akasa. So Sonny Azogli and Cal Power are those that are yet to agree to the terms. And I'm sure that as conversations are ongoing, they will be able to come to terms to agree to this. So by far, if you look at the press statement that was done yesterday, it's a clear confidence back into the Ghanaian economy, and a clear confidence that all the challenges that we've been having in months past is gradually becoming a thing of the past. And we must commend the leadership of the minister in charge now, and also commend government. And I'm sure that...
commend government for what?
For the efforts that we've put in making sure that a sizable part of legacy debts, I mean, I stated that.
When is it legacy debt? What do you mean?
It means that there are debts that have been there for a long time.
So what did you use the ESLA for? Yes. The previous government, in identifying the fact that we had a debt overhang, introduced the ESLA. ESLA was supposed to pay off those debts. You collateralize ESLA. Your own report suggests that you didn't even use the ESLA money for the purpose for which it was set up. And now you say that we should commend government for doing what? For aggravating our situation and then finding a way around the aggravation.
No, the government has not aggravated the situation.
In the energy sector?
Oh, in the energy sector, government has not. Government has not.
Hey.
Yes, our lights are on.
At what cost? Our lights are on at what cost?
Our lights are on.
At what cost?
Oh, but dog, it
was the same thing. You see, it was the same thing, but I pay for my lights.
Yes.
I use prepaid.
Yes.
Yes.
All of us do.
I'm saying at what cost?
All of us do.
Oh no, at what cost? If I say at what cost, it was the same thing when we kept speaking about your accumulation of debt. You kept telling about reprofiling, and only you people have gone to business school. Reprofiling of debt and all those things. You used all manner of adjectives to describe it. Then one fine day in November 2022, you announced Ghana's bankruptcy. It's the same thing with the energy sector thing. Our lights are on, our lights are on. At which cost? To the extent that now we have been told that we have to go and we are doing a DDEP with the guys in the energy sector. And I'm saying that there was a levy that you inherited, and the levy was supposed to retire the debt. You haven't used the levy to retire the debt. You actually use the levy as a basis to even take more money, roll out bonds to take more money. You did not use it for the intended purpose. And our problem is gone from whatever it was to west. And you say we should turn around and commend you. Perhaps you should maybe say that to people who don't have the ability to analyze. When I say you, I don't mean you as a person. That's just the point I'm making.
No, but Doc, if you look at the issues,
I went to buy your ESLA bonds on the basis of the fact that there is a tax handle which brings in revenue. Then all of a sudden, you've turned around to tell me that although you still collect the levy up to today, you're unable to pay me my money. I should take a haircut and everything. And then you say I should commend you. Commend you for what?
But Doc, you see...
No, commend you for what?
No,
you are taking ESLA levy.
Government...
You have come to me as a Ghanaian.
Government is ensuring...
Chief, you have come to me as a Ghanaian to say that, please invest in my ESLA bonds. I'm rolling bonds. ESLA has a tax handle. Anytime people buy fuel and all those things, this money comes in. It's a no-brainer for me to go and invest. And I give my money to you. Then you turn around. Even at a time when you are still collecting the money, you are collecting ESLA to today. You turn around and tell me that I should take a haircut. You can't pay me my money again. And then you say I should applaud you. Applaud you for what?
Look, when the country becomes difficult.
As a result of what?
No, but then it's been a journey, Doc. It's been a journey. When the country becomes difficult, the economy becomes difficult. Inflation is high. Exchange
That's what I asked you. As a result of what?
No, but Doc, there are a number of factors.
Like?
Oh, you are aware.
I'm aware of what?
I mean, we went into an IMF because there was a global pandemic. That's why we went into
the pandemic that gave you 33 billion.
No, but don't. You see, we went into an IMF because this is the IMF that we have is a post-COVID-19.
I'm saying the pandemic gave you 33 billion. That's what the pandemic did for you. So don't speak as if the pandemic only brought you negatives.
But the pandemic gave a number of countries some funds as well.
And which of them is doing what you are doing?
But look, we use the monies from the pandemic. You are aware. We used the monies for the pandemic to make sure that the citizens were taken care of. People stayed home. If you recall, we paid their salaries. We also paid frontline workers double money. You are aware. I won't go to the place where you want me to go to.
Yeah, but the Minister of Finance told us, he gave us a breakdown of what you spent on COVID and what you used to balance the budget. It's the Finance Minister who told us in Parliament.
Because nobody...
That the monies you received, the monies you received from COVID, he told us how much went into COVID-related expenditure and how much went into balancing the budget.
Doc, all in all...
Book no lie.
Doc, all in all, if you look at what the Ministry of Finance has done on behalf of government, we've had broader conversations. There's not a lot of pressure on us now. Because then we are given a period within which we can be able to pay monies that we owe or monies that is supposed to be given back to people that we took from. And I think that's key. That is what we must commend government on. Because government is also being very transparent with this. And so lights would continue to be on, even though you ask at what cost.
Yes.
But lights will be on. Compared to moments and periods where lights was not even on. I think that's much better.
All right. So if you go and speak to those who go and get drunk to forget their problems, they always tell you what happens when the alcohol clears from their face.